Good day, everyone. I'd like to ask everybody, I'm going to see the Rolling Stones in May. How much do you think my tickets were?
$100.
That's incorrect. They were $530, so it shows how much tickets still are for them. So the Rolling Stones started in 1962 as blues purists. They were blues missionaries. They wanted to bring black American blues music to England and give it to people who were not aware of it, didn't appreciate it. The Beatles were around at the same time. They were friends with the Stones. Different kind of vibe. But they got famous first, and the way Keith Richards put it was the Beatles opened the door to America and the Stones kicked it in after them. This guy, Brian Jones, lead guitar, Charlie Watts drums, Mick Jagger, lead singer, Keith Richards rhythm guitar, Bill Wyman bass. This guy, Brian Jones, he was a helpless drug addict because he stopped contributing, so they fired him from the band. Within a month of firing him, he drowned in his own swimming pool. They made 9 albums in 6 years with Brian Jones. So they added, after they kicked him out, the 19-year-old Mick Taylor. He gave the band a more classical and elegant style. And around in the late 60s, Mick and Keith started producing all their own music. It gave the sound of their music a more enhanced, refined quality. Toward the late 70s, Keith really started hitting the heroin, and Mick Taylor left in 1974. They made 5 albums in 5 years. Mick Taylor. They added Ron Wood in 1975. He was Keith's buddy. In the 60s, Ron swore he would be in the Stones. Eventually, he was. Toward the late 70s, Keith was busted for heroin, and culminated in 1978. No teeth. And he was facing 20 years to life in Toronto, but he just had to pay $1 million fine and got off scot-free. Beginning of the 80s, the Rolling Stones were one of the top bands in the world. As Keith came out of his heroin stupor, he wanted more control over the band, and this caused fighting between him and Mick, sorry. And eventually they both went solo. No one knew what they was going to happen with the band. They reunited in 1989, though, with a critically and financially successful album. They made, in between 1980 and 89, they made 5 albums. And then from 1990 to present, they made way less albums, but they've constantly toured. They're currently 75, 80, still very cool. Keith still smokes. So if you're a fan of music and you're not familiar with the Stones, you should do yourself a favor, check them out.